Well, if it's not one thing, it's another. Because we drive cars and they break, and this car broke. So we're driving home from a little work lunch thing that I was at, and I noticed that my shifter was a little crooked, a little shift on. You know, it happens. Sometimes you're like, oh, it just might have come loose, you know, because they normally just thread on and it just came undone. And I go to try to tighten it, and it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. So, which is not good. And I also noticed that it's a little bit loose. Actually, let's jump in the car and let me show you. So essentially what we're looking at here is the shifter itself, it wobbles, and it's normally really solid in here. So, and it also twists when it shouldn't. So the guys that make this shifter 111 2.0 shifter needs to be fixed. I've already talked to the company who makes the shifter, and I essentially need to send the center part in, and they're gonna rebuild it and they're gonna fix it for me with some new parts. So we've got that figured out, but nonetheless, we've got to tear the car apart in order to get this center shifter part out with this black anodized piece. Okay, so the light's on now, so you can kind of see it. So it's, the whole thing's wiggling there. Not good. We've got to pull the seats out. We've got to pull the center console so we can take this piece and mechanism out. So without further ado, let's jump into taking this apart. We got the seats out, real easy, just 4 bolts on either side. 2 clips for the seat heaters on this side, 2 clips for the seat heater on that side, plus the seat belt safety switch on that side. So next step is gonna be to get this center console out, which is pretty easy. I've already kind of taken some of the other parts off for like the climatronics and all that stuff. But I think you guys are gonna get to see this Innovotech shifter because I never actually filmed the video for it because I wasn't doing that stuff. So gonna pull this out, and comment down below if you know what's there that's not supposed to be there and what's not there that's missing. So comment down below. At the end of the video, I'll reveal what it is. We have the center out. Okay, so this is the first time you're seeing this setup in my car. So last summer, the end of last summer, we were one of the first folks to get the first shipments of these. Now there were some folks that had prototype ones ahead of us, but this is it. This is what we installed. And honestly, this kit was pretty darn easy to install. So this is kind of a small kind of recap of the install that we did previously. But you know, this kit's pretty good. It's got all this bracketry in here to hold everything from the factory. We ended up getting the kit with the upgraded cables as well, which are really, really smooth, really nice. But with the version of the version of the Evora that I have this block here, which is not the same as many of the other Evoras. So I actually had to modify this aluminum block that came with mine to fit these cables. But the company that makes this kit has blocks to do the adapting if necessary. But honestly, it's been really, really great besides, you know, the issue that we've got here. So I highly recommend this kit. It was really, really easy to install. So what we're gonna do now is get this centerpiece off. I forgot that I put Loctite on the shift ball, so I've got some soft jaws that I'll clamp on this once we get it all off in the vise, so we can get the shift knob off and send it to them, because they probably have to take all that off anyway. We got the whole sucker out. Let's go into the bench and do a little inspection. Obviously, I've got a bit of wear here, which I think had something to do with the item being loose. You'll notice that it wobbles like that. So, and actually now that I'm getting a closer look at it, there's a set screw there. There's also, if you look right there, there's some more like pin locations. There's some C-clips on this shaft here. So it looks like it's probably serviceable, but they're gonna go ahead and repair it to me. So we're gonna get the shift knob off, because again, I put Loctite on it when I installed it the first time. It's gonna be a little tricky. So I've got some soft jaws that we'll put on here. We'll get that off. You know what? Maybe I didn't have Loctite on it. It came off pretty easy. I think it was just on there real tight. But thankfully, I've got these soft jaws for different size round bars, and they won't mar anything up. So when I got this, it's actually not the shift knob that ships with. It's a different one. So, but it is another weighted shift knob. So. Next thing to do is just going to grab some pliers for this and then get that off, and then we can pack it up. That's that. So it was really easy to get that shift knob off. Just had to use the soft jaws, and we were able to, clamp on here really softly and get everything. So hopeful that we'll get this back soon. So we're going to ship this guy off to Innokinetic, and we'll be back as soon as they get it back. And we'll put this thing back together. And just like that, it's here. So, package is back. Let's open up and let's get this thing installed. Okay. Got it back. Oh, interesting. Looks like they've got a new updated design here. And notice how that clamps around there. Looks quite a bit better. So they've definitely updated the design here. There's a clamping mechanism that's here now that's a little bit different. And they've definitely updated it so it's going to fit a lot better. I'm not sure exactly how they were doing it previously. Maybe it was knurled, maybe it was press fit. We obviously had an earlier version, but Innokinetic hooked me up. They've got me all hooked up with this new one. So let's throw this thing in the soft jaws and put the shift knob on. Shift knob is on. It's on the right way as well. It took me 2 tries to get that right with all the adjustments, but it's on securely. But let's get this installed. I've put the whole shifter mechanism back together. It goes through all the gears. It feels pretty accurate. It feels like it's definitely fixed, but I've just realized that I haven't put any Loctite on 2 of the bolts. I'm just a little worried that they're gonna come undone. So I'm gonna put just a very light amount of Loctite on one of the fasteners, just in case it starts to back out. So gonna do that real quick, and yeah, be right back. We've got the Loctite on those bolts. I also ended up putting a bit of Tri-Flow lubricant on the spring and some of the mechanisms that do rub against each other. It was making a slight squeaking sound, just minor little stuff. I might end up getting some of that like spray wax lubricant as well, so it stays a little bit stickier and on there a bit longer. But we're in a good place. So let's get that interior put back in the car. Well, that took way longer than it should have. There was always something that was off or weird or whatever. I had issues with my cup holder, which, by the way, Lotus does not have a cup holder in this year of car. But this is a Lotus Evora cup holder. And I got this one off eBay. It was broken. So you can see I have this washer here. These holes aren't recessed, and I also don't have the little rubber drip tray that goes in here. But anyway, this is out of a newer Evora, and essentially I just took the armrest out, put little plates underneath the holes where the armrests were, and was able to just kind of bolt this on, and it just fits. Also, the 12-volt plug works as well. You can easily fit a can of soda and your cell phone back here really easily. You can actually fit 2 cans of like LaCroix or Liquid Death or any sort of sparkling water. Don't put sugary soda in your car, but a full like cup from, you know, fast food place will fit in there too, so you don't have to try to cram it somewhere in your door. So if you have an early Evora without a cup holder, get rid of the armrest. It's silly. It's completely in the way. And honestly, you need a cup holder. So now I've got the full center console in. Everything works. This aftermarket weighted shift knob has a little riser screw in it. So like you can kind of get it exactly where you want. There's no weird set screws or anything on your hands. But everything works. Reverse. Second, first, third, fourth. 5th and 6th, they all work. And it is way, way, way better than what it was before. Now all that's left to do is to put the seats in the car and then take it out for a test drive. All right, done and dusted. Car's all put back together. Seats are in, bolts are tight, and we're all set to go for a test drive. So I'm gonna change real quick because these clothes are not appropriate for that. So let's jump in and take a test drive. All right, it's test drive time. I'm also a little low on gas, so we're going to use this as an opportunity. To also grab some gas. All right. Well, I've got the car nice and warmed up. And it feels fantastic. I think the test drive that we did after we changed all the fluids, definitely the car was not all the way there. I'm shifting the car now. It's smooth, it's crisp, the transmission feels better, the shifting feels way more solid. So, so much better. Oh man, it sounds so good. I love this car so much. Well, big thank you to the folks at InnoKinetic for taking my phone calls, replying to my emails, and helping me get this sorted and shipping this shifter back to me super, super fast. If you guys like the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and let me know in the comments what else you want to see, any feedback you have for me on this video or some of my other ones. I'm like I said, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, trying to get back to making some fun car content. But with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Out in the country now. See ya.